support and for making the event in Dubai possible. Thank you so much to our sponsors and partners. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be jumping into game number 3. And my God, I am just wowed by the graphics here, Choo. Just look at that. The plane takes off with the smoke effect. Wow, beat that. With the smoke effect as well. And the plane has taken off there, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe we should be jumping into our game shortly. And we have a message from our captain.
Oh, the captain said they got a remake possibly, so we're not sure if we have that announcement or not. But yep, you know what? With that smoke effect and everything, if only they have snows falling as well, they'll be great. I mean, like right now, most of the places that we know in Europe and also Middle Eastern, they'll be in winter. So it's going to be really cool, especially when you're watching this very white map, pure snow everywhere. And we're talking about this going to be one of the smallest, not the small size, it's 6x6 kilometers, one of them, but the most heavy in compound. So it's going to be a lot of peekaboo games for this guy and also hide and seek. But we're waiting if March are going to peekaboo again for this game or not, because apparently the circle just appeared itself on the center of the map, not really at the center, scoot to it more in the western side, but we're gonna have to wait and see will it be ended up there as well.
So far it's a pretty nice circle, I'd say. So there you go. But here we go, Vikendi as our third match for today out of our 7 matches that we will be playing. So our only Vikendi for today as well, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're a fan of Vikendi, relive the moment and see how your favorite teams actually battle it out in Vikendi. And of course, Vikendi being one of the being the map that has the most compound. Very unlikely for us to see early fights here. But let's summarize the total kills here. As we can see, 4 AM with 50 kills so far, leading the kill charts. I'm sure a lot of them were from that previous round. They farm kills like nobody's business, Choo.
I mean, like, this is the time where you find the kills. When it comes to this last few days, like, I'm talking about third and fourth day, especially the fourth day. They only have 4 days of matches for these guys to prove themselves they are worth the crown to be the champions. If they make mistake in day 1, day 2, then they have to actually improvise on day 3rd and 4th. But if they can actually rack up the numbers of kills in day 1 and day 2 and perform quite well, all they need to do is play a bit less pressure on day 3rd and 4th. So it's really a huge advantage for them if they can perform quite well in first and second day here. On the side of win percentage, Vikendi cleanup power. The Wild Horses seems to be one of the best teams performing here. Next to it, it's going to be 4 AM. I have to say 4 AM is pretty much really good in all the maps here. Everything that have percentage of the map, they will pop up their names up there. Even though they haven't played as much as Vikendi and Sunhawk if you compare it with all the other teams.
Yep, that's right. That just shows that 4 AM, just how they adapt. And even during the league stages and even before the league stages, some people were saying that, oh, certain teams, they don't play as much Sunhawk, they don't play as much Vikendi, so they may not be able to adapt. But I guess from my perspective, it doesn't feel that way. It feels like they just assimilated like seamlessly into these few maps that, well, I guess it's no longer a question that are they adapting to this map just because they don't play as much. I guess it's not a question at all. So 4 AM still having a good percentage with their firepower, with their strategy, with their level of consistency that they can pull off. The gods of the percentage still favors them.
I have to agree. But the odd thing is that I don't mean to compare, but a lot of eyes when they first started out for the globals, a lot of expectation coming out from Nova SQF, but it seems to me that they cannot actually be on par with their twin here for AM. On the side of Zeus Godless, they have quite the standard damage as well. 1000 over damage, 1434 total kills with 282 meters of distance too. So I said the average for now is hitting the 1.5k damage. 1500 damage is the average damage output for the players. Do you agree with that, Cloud?
Yeah, I agree. It has to be around there.
You have to agree.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. It's Choo. I have to agree to Choo. I just kidding. Of course, definitely, I agree with that.
I was drinking.
1,500 is around the average mark, definitely for these teams for them to pick up. But of course, damage again is one thing, but they need to get the kills in. And this is Lova's in for footballers. I like the way how they chant Choo. They have a very interesting chant. They like to chant
They-
footballers, which is like
Very
really
enthusiastic
pumps it
chants,
up.
right? Yeah, they are very energetic when it comes to chant their own name. But now we have again RIQ trying to tell around Secret. So it's not the first time RIQ was a fight against Bigatron or Team Secret. It seems that they have been tailing each other quite a lot for this teams, Bigatron and also Team Secret and RIQ. While Navi want to butt in, or maybe just passing by. Apparently they parked themselves right around the corner. We have Zeus there as well. Zeus, always the team that were forced to take the fight in the early phase of the game. I feel really hard for them. I feel really sad for them. But in the meantime, they need to step up their games to force themselves to engage if they need to. They cannot cower themselves in the houses, in the buildings anymore. They have to force the fight because if not, they'll be taken down again, just like the previous games.
Yep, but it's not going to be easy to catch eye shots though. He has a fairly good position on the rooftop. But Choo, here is it again for Team Secret. Again, one person being caught out, but at least this time it's not as bad as Matoy's positioning before. But this time it's eye shots, caught out all alone in the rooftop while his teammates are kind of far away. If in any case he gets knocked down, it's going to be a hard save for his team to actually come and pick up eye shots.
But we're talking about eye shot. He's the sniper for the team. It's either make it or break for him. And it's got him there. Like he's saying so much information back. But he exposed himself. Demonio from Fires BS got him on top of the rooftop, and the rest of our not worthy. It's still not worth it. Not worth it of their time yet because they're still trying to loot things up. They know they cannot risk it for now. They haven't got enough equipment for themselves yet. They try to find their favorable weapons, their own things, their arsenals that they need. Also, the utilities they haven't got enough in the headset. So if they were to take the fight first, it's going to be something that they're not confident to go against. Well, Navi, they have quite decent loots, if you ask me. They are more than prepared to take a fight, but in the meantime, they happen to be in the middle of everyone, but it's not close enough range for them to take up the fight.
Yeah, well, it is Vikendi though, and that's the trend about Vikendi. Sometimes it looks like they are close, but because of the compound, they wouldn't be able to fight each other. So not too surprising for me that even at this stage of the map, we are still having all 64 teams still intact. But here we go. We can see the map shown to us, whereby you can see that Nova XQF is actually close by with A1 Esports, but they're bound to actually bump into each other. A1 Esports may bump into Arrow Wolf here, Choo. You gotta get ready for action.
Oh, but it's not enough. It's going to be kind of power standing by as well. They will be alert by this movement coming up from Arrow, Flimat, and also A1. In the meantime, Potato, will he be a fried fries again? A French fries, if you ask me, but he's too far from the rest of the teams. Oh, they are segregating themselves into two rare points. Super all environment.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a Coco environment for those who have been taken out. But there you go. First blood for Ryzen taking out Swen. And there's a good start here for Bigatron Red Alias, who's still playing with Liquid on their side. At the same time, we can see that Solus has been knocked down by Solkay in another location. Zinhe keeps an eye on. Oh, no, it's not going to be good news here for Zinhe. Bigatron Red Alias, they come into the same compound as Zinhe, but they don't know that Zinhe is actually behind this spot out so. But Zinhe is still chilling behind, going to toss out a nade there. Can he actually land that nade? But with that nade, it will signal to Bigatron Red Alias there's someone behind.
Bigatron Red Aliens, they just arrived. Was hoping to knock on have the top, but it's booming that it's like a hell shot for now. Navi, on the other hand, will try to get flushed by Secret Jin. Secret Jin here trying to find the whereabouts of Smoke. He seems to be pretty low with also RIQ will have to be the third party if they want to butt in. This is the perfect timing. Cosmos try to save their friends first. Smoke heal up, but oh boy, one of the most important person, the VVIP for Navi. They need to revive him. He always makes the clutch. He calls for the shots. There's only two of them, and old boy is bleeding out at the moment, hoping for Smoke to pop up a couple of bridges of smoke to save him, but this is too risky, and he jumps off. Hopefully RQ didn't spot him just yet. Secret Jin holds the compound, managed to flush out Navi, but for how long? Because RQ will not sit quiet that long, if I'm not mistaken. The teams will try to take the engagement, the fight! Holy smoke, Ani!
Talking about holy smokes. Talking about holy smokes, that's a green smoke there. Unfortunately for Smoked, he got smoked up. So yeah, but at the same time, Hasaki has been panned by Liquid. Looks like Bigotron Red Aliens, they are starting to be the angry ones around here, panning people and getting that first blood at the same time. A1 Esports. Looks like they are sharing the same area as I believe it was Arrowwolf in the same area. So Arrow, they have one team member up there. It was Potato, if I'm not mistaken, Chuchu.
Oh yeah, he still didn't turn himself into fries apparently. Hopefully it won't be that way. But on the side of the other team that's still outside, it's gonna be Bigotron rotating very late, maybe passing across that Resnick, but he has to follow, just knocking on Havas' door. Hopefully it's Havas this time. It's going to be the Atlantis waiting for the fight here. They have been parking themselves quite long, and it's going to be Lutz taken down first. He didn't see this one coming. He didn't expect anybody to be in here, but it's going to be Digital Atlantis. 3 members, one of them behind the wheels, and they will migrate to a different place. It's 1 minute on the clock and still on the second phase, but we already lost one team already. 54 players remaining. 10 players already out of this game, out of this match today. While Solke tried to save his mate, tried to take a sweet revenge, but will be worthwhile to take up the risk. They know if they were to drop out now, it's going to be 15th place for either of the teams.
And 4am is currently on the outside of the safe zone and still taking out the blue, the last team member for 4am is Sook right now. It's going to be quite a distance for him to travel into the safe zone. And now let's put a little bit of focus onto Footballists. Here, going up against KDA. But the good news is that both of these teams, they are in the zone that is more and Footballists. Looks like they are not going to be interested to try and take over that compound. It's definitely not going to be worth it with a road separating these two teams. So probably they have information that, okay, there's another compound that's still vacant. Let's go for that instead.
Based on distribution of the teams, when we pop into the map just now, I don't notice, but most of the Titans from South are still cluttered within themselves there. So that's what I have been mentioning. If they had the regional or South Asia finals mindset, they have to leave it behind. They need to improvise themselves and not clutter themselves in the way they played back then. It's different stage here now. It's the world globals. So they have to make something out of it. But back about the future of what happened to Wallace against Atlantic, I have to say this is really chaotic at this point, but luckily they survived. On the side of Arrow Wolf here, Alpha 7 spot out where Arrow Limax is. And the problem is Arrow Wolf, they have been a bit too careful, too conservative. They are not as energetic they used to be. They didn't want to take any risk, and that will be counterproductive at this side. If you actually have all 4 members inside of a compound, inside of a building, you gain no information of what happened to the outside world, and you have no clue who will be rushing in, whoever passed across, and not even try to get any kills at that point, and that is not good.
For Arrow, in day one, we did see a little bit more aggression for Arrow Wolf, but today it's really passive. Like what you said, they seem to revert back to their tactics of when we last saw them, when we saw them in the PMPLC finals, whereby they play super passively. Yeah, it worked for them that time. They managed to move on to the PMGC, but now it's the PMGC finals. It's go big or go home for Arrow Wolf at this point. step up their game. And I think for a team like Aerowolf, they have nothing much to lose. If they can step up their game, play a little bit more aggressively, and most importantly, play a little bit more confidently, they probably can get a little bit more higher up the charts. But we'll need to wait and see. Maybe they are doing that, okay, we'll study other teams first and we'll do that comeback later on. But, well, they really need to show us a step out of their gameplay.
That's the thing. If it's not stepping up now, it's gonna be too late. We're already halfway through match three. Like we're already in day 2 now. You have only 2 days of remaining left in the grand finals. And if they are widening up they have been widening up the gap even furthermore. If they have been very stagnant for the second day here, so they need to do something about this. Team Secret Jin, Kangzo spot out. They are knocking on the door of Secret Jin. Oh! One coming up from the flank right on top of Kangzo. It's gonna be a grenade war here. Okay, 2K with the micro Uzi reviving with the help of the smoke. Same goes for Joel. He tried to revive his teammate. God bless them. But in the meantime, see why he tossed a grenade, but he's not in a great position right now. He's been pinned down so hard that he got chipped off. A lot of his HP going down too fast. JGZ, on the other hand, was trying to rush in, trigger him up, boosting himself up, while Zol is still not being picked up. JGZ come in, right down fast. He's stuck down. JGZ trying to find. He wants to try to come up there, not enough time. Let me just running this. Right down for Zeus. No, wipe up Secret Jin. Taken by Zeus. 1-2 member left. It was a huge victory for Zeus this time.
Oh, huge victory indeed. We did see GZ. He held on. He tried to defend it as much as possible because there was one knockdown. So his teammate will need to pick up that knockdown. While GZ actually tried his best to actually fend off the rest of his opponents from Zeus Esports. But Zeus Esports, definitely they look at the kill feed. They know that there's only, okay, we overpower them. Just rush in and they managed to get it. But well, GZ did what he could earlier. It was a good move. Great coordination, I can say, from Secret Jin. But unfortunately, it's just too much power for them.
Yeah, the only thing about Zeus is that they always had that play. Same goes for footballers. The only thing that they are not having is they don't believe in themselves sometimes. They had the time, they have the golden opportunity, but they didn't take the advantage, the opportunity given and being offered by them. Oh, God bless them. But in the meantime, they're just a bit too careful. That's what I say. When it comes to grand finals, yes, the pressure is huge for them, but they have to put that aside. That pressure is unnecessary. I say not productive pressure at all. You know, when you have too much burden, that you've been thinking way too much, overstress yourself with unnecessary thoughts, it will not actually be helping at this final stage ever. And all they have to focus on is just play the game. We do our best. Have fun in the meantime. It's all about them and their passion now here. Will Dino Pubg be the last circle? Because we've seen it before, Cloud. We always wanted this. We always wanted the main last circle. It's hot shift towards the west side of the map. Those coming up from the northern side. A couple of teams. Some teams are coming in very late, apparently.
Some teams coming in very late, including the last player from 4 a.m. Sook is still alive and he's somewhere around Villa. He's still tanking out the blue, but just now when we saw the visual, he's actually going around trying to grab first aids, and he will really sneak this one out later on. We'll need to wait and see how far can he actually get up the charts. But at the same time, KDA, 2 team members left so far in this round. RRQ Athena being spotted out and their positioning have been compromised. And Ernie now, ooh, man, I can feel the pain when Ernie got shot there.
Oh my God, Ernie, he is just a slither of health from being knocked down entirely, but he got quite quick-witted and fast on his feet there. Apparently he got himself a bit of a cover on the side of Zeus. There's a couple of their boxes they might want to upgrade a bit here and there. On the side of Arrow, Liam X, this is what we mentioned here before. They cower themselves inside of their building. They have no clue which entry point the Alpha 7 going to come in first. And this is not beneficial. And Hazelnut bombarded by Swartman. Law pinning them down from the side. I don't see Arrow can win this one. Alpha Renault make the miracle happen, but it's not enough. Oh my goodness. The wolves have been slain inside of this building. It's really tough to watch that.
I really feel Arrow Wolf, really. It's really tough to watch. Even in Miramar, we hardly even see them and they got eliminated. Even in this round, probably they got a little bit of damage, but I don't think they got any kills before they were eliminated. So unfortunately, Arrow Wolf being eliminated fairly early on as well. I even worry that even bigger trial raiders may overtake Arrow Wolf after this round.
If they are playing this too passive or just being conservative, like they will get cornered by so many teams, and that will be taken advantage of. They will be abusing these guys. They don't know when to rest, especially teams at high fraggers, like even 4 a.m. Caliber as the other teams, and they need to show it. He got chipped up quite a lot of damage to the people RIQ, and now trying to counter fire on instead of rough slayers. They start to move. It's gonna be Canadian Power next, but they seems to be got the information there's one team in front, because the way they rotate is not a straightforward one, and a lot of fires being shot, not connected yet. A1 Esport Dante is really aggressive. Everything that moves, they shoot it down.
Everything they move, they shoot it down, and now Leon is moving, so he's being shot down at this moment by Order. Order putting a lot of pressure, and Leon has been knocked down by Jimmy, and he will be finished off. Nova XQF still staying strong into this round, and now Frozen from Cornina Power have the high ground. Oh, he spots out a vehicle, so he definitely knows somebody is there. Chari, I hope he can find a way out of this, because it's not going to be good news for him.
Oh, abruptly they are digging their own grave on how they rotate here just now. They got separated, and now sorry! Too much people to handle. It's gonna be ASL abrupt slays. Unfortunately, they tried because their performance are quite well previously for the team, but these are Athletics. They are really energized themselves in a lot of fights, including Team Secret next one. They try to corner, put the pressure on top of the nade just now. Mud Boy and also Eye Shots and Yuhai, these two pairs, they try to go for the flank and try to spot where are the exact position of the Athletics, but apparently they got one for Silas. Oh, close enough, but they got Rex one down. Alphonse haven't got on power triple AD Raze. He's trying to go for Raze. Sorry, Raze is 2 for 1. They are butting in from the higher ground at this distance. Wait, what is happening?
Wow, the third party is coming in. That's what's happening. And the nades, the number of nades, how many nades did they carry there? And now at the same time, the blue has came in to butt into them. They will need to move at this point, but I'm not sure about Razy. Unfortunately, he'll be taken out by the zone, so not giving points to anybody at all. Belly has been knocked down by Swagin, and Dewey as well has been knocked down by Swagin. And now Swagin, the last team member standing for Alpha 7, will need to make a move into the zone. At the same time, the spray coming in from Swagin. Managed to get a knockdown to Corpai, and PW888. Swagin eliminates them single-handedly at 12th place.
Fight is the first phase, but only a couple of teams been taken down. 11 teams. Yeah, Swagwin was the previous one just recently taken down, which is going to be whole triple 8. But we have 11 teams left, 33 players. But Zeus, this time they are doing great. Apparently, they love the cool map more than the other map. Alpha 7 trying to take up the challenge and want to take their blood in their hands. RRQ, on the other hand, are quite puzzled which way to go here. DPE try to spot where are the teams that are shooting. There are too many teams surrounding them right now. We are confused on which one to shoot one. Plus, A1 on the other hand, taken down on Alpha 7, and it's been eliminated, obliterated by them. Same goes for Team Secret, place themselves at 10th place. What just happened? 2 teams back to back got wiped out instantaneously.
Two teams back-to-back just got wiped out. And of course, this is a 6 circle, so we can expect a lot of kills coming in. And now Gonzo spots out Cool Boy. We're going to go for the move in here. The Nebe Kota. But then again, Cool Boy. Okay, he sprays out. Does not connect the shot here. But Cool Boy being counterfired down to 40% health. Cool Boy having knocked out by Frozen. By Conina Power. And now we can see that Gonzo trying to put a lot of pressure onto team members from Nova XQF on the high ground. But can't connect those shots.
Oh man, but the shots, I need to connect it now. We're talking about 6 phase and it's gonna be shrinking even more for the circle. Nova, they are still going in a very straight line for the formation. All the others are trying to surrounding them. They try to get against Corina Power to support themselves into the circle. But we have one team just arrived on the top of the northern side there, easily getting to the edge of a circle, and it's gonna be football is fighting against Nova. Bigatron is around the corner as well. These are athletes, Camina Power, all of these guys keep on shooting. I'm not sure if they have enough for the resources. They have been going on fights and fights non-stop, and Zeus putting one more on everyone, and Zeus picking out Camina Power, and they got the smoke on their side. He's gonna put out Gonzo. Holy smoke, the smoke really helped this time.
Oh, the smoke really helped them. Oh, what a nade there. Coming in, taking 2 out. And now looks like Axel will go for the aggressive move. Can he actually secure this kill? Can he actually win this? But the, Molotov stops Axel. Axel now down to 50% of health. Frozen now screaming for help. But no, what a disaster for Corina Power. They had the upper hand. They had the first move. But that nade really sent them back to the lobby and really was a tough watch for them.
Oh my goodness me, 7 teams to go. Bigatron Ray Aliens, they have to help Zuxi there. Quite separated, not that far, still reachable in that distance. But Zeus making sure they cannot even take at this point. Zeus, all of a sudden, they've taken up the lightning in their time. Yeah, they have been growing. This is their final form, if you ask me. RRQ tried to pin down Digital Athletics. He's trying to just throw it away. It's going to be Celine trying to pin the but he will be spotted out by Beer. Beer zigzag away with Blueson coming in. Hello there. Celine got shot down. No, it's excellent left. G9 take the revenge, but the blue closing in. G9 cannot help. He's saying goodbye. Bye. And it's going to be the next one for the few teams left. Top 5, 4 a.m. eliminated next active play.
And Zeus Esports going to be a hard game for them. The circle actually shifts away, and now Bigatron Red Aliens is actually still in this with 4 team members still intact. The only thing that they don't have right now is the circle, so they still need to move after this. But they have the high ground. That's an advantage for them. RRQ Athena for now having the highest forecast for our stats here, and now G9 putting pressure on the side of Bigatron Red Aliens. The spray coming out from G9 with the micro Uzi does not connect enough, cannot get those knockdowns. And now Luxy at the same time trying to repay whatever G9 did to them, but this time the shots do connect. G9 being knocked down at the same time. D2E as well. Zeus Esports, my goodness, going to be the thorn. And Zeus Esports, 5 kills already for Joel, and RRQ Athena has been taken out at 5th place.
There's so many predictions on RIQ. I have to say, you guys have to be a bit set with that result coming up, and the 30 predictions will cost you $100,000. Well, hopefully you guys stay quiet and stay seated for now because the game is still on. The match is still ongoing. Football is love as it's in the middle of Bigatron and also Zeus. Zeus, out of nowhere, is rampaging. It's just slaying every single team that they pass across. And they got trapped on his back side. He didn't notice. It's gonna be the end of Zeus, but they place themselves remarkably well at 4th place. Great number. Kill volume is just blowing off the roof on the side of Nova. SQF, finally they start to shine here. They need this spotlight. They need this momentum. Football is Nova's in. It's too far. And they tried to save him for Soul Kid, but how? He got sandwiched between Nova and also Bigatron. Bigatron 2 members. No, Luxy finish off. And it's gonna be Bigatron actually taking that 1 kill.
Oh, it's 2v2v2 at this point. Bigatron Red Aliens versus Footballers versus Nova XQF. Who will take on this winner chicken dinner? So far, Nova has to have a little bit more of the circle, but it's not enough because it's right out in the open. 5 more seconds, and every one of these teams will be forced to move. And we can see now the move has started to happen for Nova XQ have order now, keeping eyes on the side of Bigatron Red Aliens. The road is separating them. At the same time, footballists will need to move. They are the first one to fill the round on the zone, and now Duxie has been knocked down by order and will be finished off by order. But at the same time, footballists Raum try to kill still there, but could not finish him off.
A bit too reckless, I say, Bigatron just now. If they wait out a bit, it's going to be a different outcome. But now down to 2 teams, Footballers versus Nova. Nova SQF, they have been waiting, struggling, wanting this momentum. They got it now. They have the chance to get the odds is even 2v1, but now it's 2v2. But you know what, Jimmy? He clutched that one now. It was 2v2. And now he just equalized everything. He got himself 7 kills for Nova. Did you guys predict the right team? Did you guys get the correct one? The RQ fans are super sad.